The aura itself, the energies of the aura, are in rhythmic motion. So the chakras are these beautiful energy centers in the body, in the aura. If the aura is the first place you make changes in your life, the chakras are the first place you make changes in your aura. They are these energetic nucleuses of consciousness and power moving in and through the auric field. Let's take an example right now of the heart chakra and the rhythmic rotation of this chakra. So for example, when the heart center, the hermetic we call it in our spiritual work, this is the energetic nucleus of all our personal world affairs. So everything going on in your life right now is making an energetic connection here. Everything you're putting out, everything you're bringing in. Now, when you're handling the affairs of your life in a healthy way, even if the situations are not all resolved, but you're doing your part, this chakra is spinning in this beautiful clockwise motion like this. It's humming, even though there may be dramas that are going on. And that means that you are dealing in a rhythmic, positive way with the elements and the challenges that are happening. But let's say you are overcome by life's dramas, or you make some really bad decisions. And now you're in the midst of these, what we call the missteps. You're not participating in the dance the right way. Well, instead of moving in this rhythmic, beautiful clockwise flow, the chakra is moving counterclockwise. It's moving like this. And that's saying there's a problem there. Problem meaning there's something you're not doing, something you're not paying attention to. Again, you may be pushing too hard to make something happen, or you may be ignoring a problem altogether when it's staring at you in the face. But whatever you're doing, you've thrown the rhythm of your auric power out of balance. And now the effect is an unbalanced situation in your life. So what's the first thing that you do? Well, you've got to take control of your life, meaning start by taking control of yourself. It's the foundation of the spiritual work we do. In our book, Change Your Aura, Change Your Life, we go over these chakras in great detail and all their subtleties and how you can work with them, and offer you some pretty revelatory new understanding of the chakra system itself. Now, the other facet is that it's not only the rotation of the chakra, but there are rhythmic energy flows moving from the color rays that are coming out of the chakras. And some are changing quickly, and some are changing in a more slower rhythmic pattern. For example, there's beautiful, they call them active emanations. These are energies that kind of look like sunlight rays, beams of light that move out of the hermetic center. And when they're bright and strong, it means the immediate things that you're doing right now, literally like the action you're in this moment, is moving in a healthy flow. So let's say you are in harmony with life, you are practicing patience right now, that there's going to be these streaks of emerald green, these beautiful beam light emerald thing. That's your immediate scenario now. Let's say you get immediately upset by something, or you completely blow your cool. Well, those beautiful rays may change color to a darker color, to a more unenlightened shade. Maybe worry creeps in, and now suddenly there's a gray coming out of there. So this is why we say the aura can change with your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. So if you're thinking worried, that's another thing, but if you're acting in that worried mode, then it's going to show up here. That's what we would call a more immediate rhythm of the aura through the active emanations. But we have more help than that, because we do have our up and down moments. So there's another type of flow, rhythmic again. This is a kind of a more dramatic energy. It moves in this sort of trumpeted-like energy. It starts here and it fans out, and we call them fanning rays. And these energies do not change so quickly. but they show a tendency of action that you have built up over time. So for example, let's say you are basically a steady, stable person. You do let things happen in divine time. That fanning ray could be this emerald green. It's one of the fundamental colors to have in the heart center. And that means even if you have a wobbly day and you got impatient or you got worried or you got upset, and maybe some of those active emanations weren't so beautiful, that tendency of harmony and balance is still there, so that cloudy day will pass and you'll be back into the harmony state. It's a different, slower rhythm the fanning rays have. But on the other end of the spectrum, and this happens, and hopefully we can get out of them as quickly as possible, if we get a little depressed, if we get chronically worried or kind of move in that cloud of worry and sadness and depression, this whole fanning ray can go gray. Meaning the tendency is to be in this more depressed state. And I'm not speaking of biological issues here. I'm speaking of things we may be doing that are creating this, things that are very much in our control. Now, we may have a day where we're sunny again, and the sun comes out, so those active emanations may be that brighter, let's say emerald green, but the gray is still there. It may mean we still default back to the sadness, but if we're steady, so even if you notice you are an impatient person, if we stay steady and these active emanations keep moving in that bright light, the color of the fanning rays will also change to that brighter shade. Anything worthwhile is going to take effort to accomplish. And if you stick with it in that patient mode, you're going to be able to accomplish tremendous things because things build over time, right? The snowball starts very small going down the hill, but as it gathers momentum, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So as you express that patience and that rhythmic flow of letting things happen in divine time, there's a momentum that starts to build, and it becomes easier to stay in that flow. You're accomplishing more, and again, the rhythms of your aura are moving in this more beautiful flow, and life is more harmonious, like music. It's moving in this beautiful way. So understanding there is a big picture of life in the universe, but also in you. And if you're only looking at this immediate thing of what's going on in front of you right now, and you're not seeing that there is a bigger picture, but also a picture that's happening over time, don't just think about what I got to do today, what I got to do tomorrow. Have a bigger project in mind, have a bigger goal in mind, so that you're letting the breath of your life unfold. The big picture, but I take care of all the daily things. And then we're always in that rhythm because we see that there is a bigger plan, and it's more easy to maintain it. In the end, I encourage you to continue to live in this divine rhythm of life, to work with the spiritual energies of the auric field, to realize you have this magnificent aura that is helping you in all these life activities. Take care of the beautiful things going on within you, the things that are happening outside of you, and then it'll all move in that beautiful rhythm and letting things happen in divine time. My name is Dimitri Moraitis. I'm Director of Spiritual Arts Institute. If this video speaks to you, please subscribe and support our channel. I thank you.